Hey there. So, I wanted to make some not first look at videos, and the subject is anime games. Because many games market themselves as anime, but the that's not the case. I don't agree with that nomenclature. Before I get into it, I want to lay some foundation for my claims and why I don't agree with them. Because if I just say, oh, it doesn't feel like anime, it won't be very, you know, it won't be, how was the word, como se dice? Uh, well, it won't convincing. It won't be very convincing. So, what do I judge? What am I looking for here? The art style, of course, and that's the main reason why people just market their games as anime. Just because you draw a cutesy character with large eyes, it doesn't mean you have an anime. It would be more precise to call it cartoon or whatever else, but not anime. Anime has a very specific culture to it. There's signs everywhere, that subtle details that point the way, and of course the architecture and everything. It is a specific stylization, even though it's so broad and diverse. So first of all, art style, of course. Second, the plot, the story, the storytelling, the story stylization, how it's told, what is told, because games will always have the same, especially MMORPGs. You're the hero, go save the world. That came to be from RPGs, but whatever, all of them take it on them as well. So again, anime has some details to it that shape it. I think that an anime game should have it as well. This also includes music and other various details that don't have to do with the drawing style. It has to fit together. Third, game mechanics. In-game mechanics are important. If you remember Sword Art Online, the anime, there was one scene that was absolutely epic, the most epic scene in the anime, and also at the same time the most horrendous one. I'm talking about the first dual wield scene with Minotaur or whatever the beast was. It was utterly epic because it was so well blended together, and because, all of the impact of the scene. Yeah, the music was epic too, but it was utterly boring from the point of view of combat. Because it was the same thing as if you just played World of Warcraft. You get hit, and you hit. You get hit, and you hit, and whoever has the most HP and stats wins. It just doesn't fit when you think about all the other animes. Even if you add factors like evasion and so on, you just have no control over the combat itself per se. So the mechanics are also very important, which means that all of the classic World of Warcraft mechanic games with the same combat system which, yeah, that's the same template that most games in the MMORPG genre just used, because it's easy and lag insensitive. They just fall out. But now let's get to the first game. Onigiri. This is very special. Very specific too. As you can see, it's quite old as well. As you can probably tell already, this is a very much anime game. Why am I even saying this? Because the whole game is an overemphasis on everything that anime does. Look at those creatures. Yeah, those things you meet in dungeons and kill. There's bad yokai and good yokai. Oh man, you play as an Oni, which is classical Japanese. Fuck off! Taiko! Classical Japanese demon. Ah, people. Awkward. I'm not here. As you can see, I overemphasized the Oni thing on my character as well. The long hair is just my preference. So what does it overemphasize? Look at this yukata. Yep, of course, that's what most female characters look like. And of course, if I look at my partners, most of them will be cute girls. Oni-chan. There's just overemphasis everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Anyway, I should speak more about the mechanics and how it plays and so on. I won't talk about story though, because as I said, it's saved the world again and all of that. It's built upon Japanese culture, however, with some very cleverly incorporated foreign touches. I look into the bestiary. Current field, no. Nearby fields won't work yet. Okay. Classical monsters from their mythology. Of course. As you can see, there's quite the variety. There's even some things that you wouldn't really know, but they come from... Oh wow, I don't have Momotaro yet. Okay, Tiamat. That's from a foreign mythology, as I said already. Mukade, which are centipedes. Itanmomen, and you know, very classical things, very classically depicted. Kappa looks like a kappa. That said, there are some foreign touches. Like, for example, well, gods in general. There is Beelzebub, for example, which is depicted as a giant fly. Oh, there's a kappa. That's a punk kappa. Yeah, he's got nice blonde hair. They don't usually have those. Anyway, as I said, Beelzebub is a giant fly, which is very fitting, since he is the Lord of Flies from Bible. So, I want Kuromati House. Yep. As you progress through the story, you gain more and more companions, which change their locations as you progress through the story. Normally they're always in the town, however, so they just move around the town. If I go into another city, they will be there. The last location. Look at Momotaro. Yeah, he's a cliche, demonized hero. Look at this kitty lady. Oh, I cannot. And of course a maid. You need to have a maid. Maid. By the way, this isn't a katana, it's a machine gun. That's also a very, very cleverly incorporated thing. Where did Kaguya go? Oh, come on, I summoned her, right? Oh, right, she won't follow me unless I'm in a combat zone. Well, whatever then. As I keep saying, it's overemphasized. As a game, it's quite easy and simple. These characters that you gain as you move through the story, each does a different thing, and yeah. The samurai lady Yoshitsuna here just repairs stuff and enhances weapons. Then we have a Susanoo, which I'll just take a challenge now. 3-8 Sumoshi, fine. Challenges. Pretty much bosses. As you can see, the style in the actual game of the enemies is very fitting. Pop. That wasn't very fitting though. Too high level. So that allows you to fight various bosses. This is Miroku, the shady dealer, merchant that you don't know anything about. He's mysterious. And he's a great guy as well. Total cliche. Why the hell he helps, I don't know, but it's his thing. Here's Ibaraki Doji. Cat girl. Yeah. 99% naked and she sells alcohol. Anyway, the game mechanics are pretty simple but solid. You have a jump, you have a block, you have normal attack, which links into a combo of course, but this is just meh. You can also dodge or evade, in this case is more precise. And then you have various skills. The skills you level by using them. And there seems to be a huge variety of them, don't you think? As you can see, each of them has multiple levels though. And as you use them, as I said, they get more powerful. If I look at Bubble Strike over here, I used it a bit. If I look at something that I actually used, for example, yeah, that works, that's maxed. And that's not maxed, that's waiting to be maxed. It only increases the damage by a little bit and allows you to do some things once you max it, but yeah, whatever, right? The most important thing here is that the skills are linked to your character, the weapon. So, right now I can use Icicle Massacre, the thing that I used, this, a 2-stage skill. Then I can use a Void Slash and a double-edged cut. If I want to use other skills, I will have to switch my weapon. The main point of this is that you need 4 weapons to really do any crazy combos, and that the main thing about a weapon is not the damage it deals. But the skills are very important as well. One time I was just spamming Blue Fang Blade because it gets Getsuga Tensho, right? It's awesome and everybody loves it. You know it. So, that's the skills. Since you pretty much have a multitude of skills available, each with different positives and negatives, you can make various combos. But who cares about that, right? Main thing is that it looks cool and anime-ish. Just look at this. Yep, of course. Gotta love that. Anyway, that's the skills, of course, but what kind of weapons can you use? If the skills are linked to weapons, that means you need to have the proper weapon to use them, and I don't mean just the weapon with the skill, but the class as well. There are no classes per se here. I can equip anything I want. What you level, however, is, well, what you gain with level and what you build with levels is the character stats, which in turn improve the affinity, and that improves your damage. So as you go further and further, you will get more powerful with one type of weapon and less powerful with others. As you can see, my sword affinity is maxed. There is also the great sword, the spear, yeah, that should be staff, dual wield, axe, bow, and talisman, or wand, or whatever you want to call it. Those stats increase the attributes and also your stats, so it builds your role as you go on. Going all on one stat is kind of not really useful though, since once you max it, it becomes a little bit less effective to put more into it. That said, it's important not to under-focus. So, what is paid in this game? Pretty much all the cute stuff. There's a lot of events all the time, so right now there's a special role thing, but I need to get the ticket for that first. Daily rewards are omnipresent, and yeah, the game in general is very easy. And the music is just fitting, I don't know how else to describe it. Manekineko. God damn it. Okay, well that's a terrible thing. As you can see, you can get some quite insane companions from that. And that's what you pay for most of the time. Yeah, just, you know, points, these CS cash. CyberStep, that's the company that made this game. You can get fashion, you can get special companions, and that's pretty much what you pay for. Because who the hell doesn't like lottery, right? Especially when the prizes are all crap. That said, I shouldn't be blasphemous because all the clothes I got were free. I actually won this in the lottery, believe it or not, so the win rates are quite good. I haven't paid a single yen on this game, and yen is very little. Anyway, I wanted to... Nope, that's the wrong teleport. That's one of the big problems here is that you never know where you're going if you don't remember the names completely. This shouldn't be it. Oh, it is it. Yep, I don't remember it. I think a practical example would be the best. As you can see, each dungeon has three different difficulty levels, and each is meant for a higher level. But that's just, you know, it also gets harder not just by the stats, it gets quicker and so on. It's quite interesting. And the music, and as I said, that is a machine gun, not a sword. And no, I'm not looking up her skirt. Anyway, I don't want to use this one. I want to use a different one. Ah, god damn it. You know how I said that this whole thing was an overemphasis, right? Meet Izunathan, the fox girl Miko. God damn it. That said, I don't want to use her either, I just wanted to show her. Because she nails it. Sakura, come out. Alright, so. Beelzebub. A giant fly. And that was perfect block, which needs timed block, of course. But the possibility is there, that's all I wanted to say, really. As you can see, the... God damn it, woman! The partners are quite insanely powerful if you just level them up a bit. It's... why are you so strong? And it's just one of the many reasons why this game is easy. So, I'll just unsummon her now. This is a specific boss dungeon. It is basically a boss rush. But normally dungeons are just what a dungeon would be like in any other game. God damn it. Daruma, Chief Daruma. Also, not a specific thing. Kinda looks like bad Enma. But that works, right? To regain health, you eat. What else? Sushi, because Japanese much. In addition to dungeons, there's also yes, there's also fields. This is Ahriman. Persian, I think. I'm not sure because I'm not too familiar with that kind of thing. I'm way too over leveled for this, but boss rushes are still the most funny. Yeah. Ooh. Ouch. Too late. Well, I always sucked. At timing it properly anyway. And Tiamat. Of course, another foreign agent. It is mostly Japanese though, and Asian in general, because Japanese mythology was heavily affected, as everything else, by the Chinese. The final boss, that's the music. And it's this thing. That's really bad boss though. Woo! It was frozen. My weapons are almost broken. You need to repair them, you know? And by you, I mean me. That was way out of range. See that? That means I'm in range. As you can see, the mechanics are basic but responsive. Woo! Perfect block. Well, I didn't get out of that. Basic but responsive and very solid, very solid. There is one thing that I should probably show you, and I think it's only right that I do, because the overemphasis and clever integration was really at its best in that one case that I want to get to right now. By the way, this is Kyoto if you didn't figure it out. The city of Kyoto, and that is where Izunatan lives. Yes, Izunatan. Anyway, oh hello. There's quite a few players. An antisocial person like me doesn't really agree with that. Yes, I'll take it. The voice acting is basic but complete in the basic form and sense. Anyway, this anime this game got itself an anime adaptation, so that even proves how thorough it actually is. That said, it's just heavily overemphasized everything. Just look at this girl. God damn it. Onika. I don't even... Limit of 0 challengers. Okay, so I can't enter. Increases durability consumption. Nope. Fixes. Okay. Woo. Nope, I don't have time for that. Yeah. I would do it, but I don't want to spend an entire day doing this. Ooh. Yeah, my inventory is full of that crap already. Wait a second. Oops. Yep. Very solid, very basic. Anyway, my inventory is full, which is a terrible problem, as you can probably tell. Why the hell do I have? Those are weapons. You will need a lot of them, but you get a shit ton of them, so it's not a problem. I don't need all these anyway. They're low-level things from when I was trying something. You also get a lot of boosts, as you can see over here, and that's all boosted further by login bonuses and everything like that, so it's a very easy game, and you will find yourself over-leveled in no time. So there's actually an item that lowers your experience gain, which I used. That, however, is because I'm an idiot, so you shouldn't do it. Hello. Woo. Ooh. Yeah, I haven't played in a long time, but I sucked anyway, so I'm not going to make excuses. Oh, this is actually terrifyingly easy, so just dodging, it's not a problem at all. As you can see, this is an elemental attack. I don't even think I need to mention that because, you know, most games have an elemental system of weaknesses and strengths, so that's the same. There's different skills for different things and alignments and yada yada, all of that properly present. Ouch, that was a terrible skill to use. Haha. This chick can solo this anyway, though. Come on, go, Sakura! Oh yeah, there's also a key to switch up. Yep, there it is. There is a health bar in the lower upper left for Sakura, which is this character, and there's also a yellow bar, which is the switch bar. Once it fills, I can switch to her. And now it's running out because I'm using her, but I basically did this only to show that there's also Ogi. Ogi skills, which is that? Exactly as what you would expect from the name. It's the ultimate attack. By the way, that's not those were just normal skills. My main character is just a scrub, so he can't do stuff like that. But never mind. Ogi are much bigger and harder hitting skills, of course. Quite worth it. So much stuff that I don't want. For 50 I actually do have some, but I don't need them. Okay. And this is the minus X gain. That's what I use because I have to go. Ah, never mind. That's enough for now. The worst timing ever. Still, my character is over level even for this, so it's not a problem. I actually timed one right there. Normal attack is completely useless compared to the special skills, so it's not a good idea to use normal attack at all. Skill spamming is important, and ranged skills beat melee by a long shot. Ah! Too far away. Cards and stuff like that, it's not really worth explaining, since that's a thing you will find out as you play the game, best of all. You can play pretty much the whole game in this fashion without any skill, or you can get into dungeons 10 levels above your own and clear them with heavy emphasis on skill. It's possible. To do that as well. Since there is no actual level requirement for dungeons that I know of, you just have to progress through the story, so if you can be the final boss of some things, you can get very far ahead yourself. Some of the bosses are total tossers though, so they are very hard. One like that is where I'm going right now. Well, Sakura can deal with him if I can't handle it. This is taking too long though. Can I just... yes, I can. Okay, good. This chick is so damn powerful. There's a box, by the way. Boxes contain food and more money, but who cares about that, right? They're everywhere. Hey guys. Giddy up. You may be familiar with the classical lure stuff. It doesn't really work that great or bad in here. Pop. Oh wow, there's some lag here. Well, it's a small company producing this and hosting it. CyberStep is a very cult thing. You either play the games or you've never heard of them. Oh my. Of course. So, almost to one of the greatest overemphasized things in the world. Ouch. I'm not skillful enough to dodge anything. Sorry about that. Ah! Good thing I don't even need to block this. Nah. I'm not even trying because I don't have to, since this is just weak. Of course, if you don't like the graphics, it's... you won't like the game. I don't know what else I could say to that. It's the truth. The graphics are old. It's an old game, but it's still the most anime thing out there when it comes to the heavily overemphasized cliche stuff. This was made as an iconic parody of all things anime. Ah, god damn it. They can dodge things better than I can. No, I should have cleared my inventory first. I don't even have things that I really want to get rid of right now. Do I? I don't need that. And I don't need that either. Actually, I'll keep that. You never know. Almost lucky beans. Ah, god damn it! I'm an idiot. I'm an absolute idiot. Those were... I actually need that, don't I? I'm a total idiot because those items, they're money items that you sell to a vendor, namely Miroku, and that's how you get rid of them and also get money out of it. Oh my god. Oh, that should be enough for now. Okay, let's finish this. I think that should give you enough of a feel what this game is about, without spoiling the story or stuff like that. Overemphasis on all things anime and very cleverly incorporated Japanese mythology with other elements like Odin, the ultimate battle robot. Oh my god. This is very clever because Odin is a name that you will often find in robotic anime and stuff like that. The sword is completely out of place, but ouch. That actually hurts. It's just, it doesn't hurt me. He is very difficult opponent. You cannot tell right now because I'm heavily over-leveled, so ouch. He doesn't really hurt me that much, but ouch. I was quite struggling with him when I was fighting him. Ouch. God damn it. 10 levels below out the designated level threshold that I was supposed to. Now I can just tank him. Ouch. Again, I'm 10 levels above him now. So I should be able to tank him. Ow. And when all else fails... Sakura-chan. Well, that was a disaster. So that's how incorporated things are. It's primarily an overemphasis on anime, though, not the original mythology precision. I think that should give you a good feel for the... Oh wow. I just hit midnight server time anyway. I think that should give you enough of a feel of the game. And the community. Yeah, the community is something I haven't spoke of at all. The community is there. It's not very large, as it's a very specific game. That said, it is there. There's always some players, and since the servers are still running, I guess they pay as well. Oh god damn it, I hate this spot. This place is so stupidly difficult to get Shizuka. Alright, so of course I don't have enough inventory space for this, do I? I have to go to Miroku first. So the people are generally just minding their own business, playing for their own cute girls, but they're not hostile. Which is a very important factor, isn't it? At least I haven't met anyone who would be hostile. Alright, that's that. Now the system that levels your partners. You give them gifts. Oh, outfit change? Come on. They added this. I didn't see this last time. You give them gifts. So who am I leveling right now? Momotaro? I don't think Susano. I will get Amaterasu, his sister, and then Amaterasu. Yeah, I'll give something to Susano. Kaguya. Whoops. And Ibaraki Doji or Momotaro, who likes small animals and bugs. He's the nemesis. Nah, I'll give it to the cat girl anyway. Now I should be able to identify some things, goddammit. Shizuka? Yes. Oops, too many. Skip. That's how you get all kinds of weapons. Well, those are all low level for me, so it's a waste of time to even identify them, and money. But who cares, right? I can't be bothered right now. Let's get these presents and then go back to the Koropon. The music is epic, isn't it? I'm not going to get anything good, but this is just in the game. Wow, silver. I'm surprised. Hogi skill set card. Now, the main prizes, of course, are much better than that, but a skill set card, that's not too bad at all for me. So anyway, there's a skill waiting for me out there, but who cares, right? I can do that anytime. I think I cleared all the things that I wanted to say. The music, you've heard, hopefully. If not, I will edit it so that it can be heard. The combat system has been shown, and I think all the major points of overemphasis on anime are there. So this is an anime game, and it's a good game as well, regardless of anime. So, for now, see ya.